What does yoga mean? Yoga is generally understood as asana practices, breathing exercises, purification techniques, meditation, mantra chanting, deity worship, or simply as a tool for stress management. It is all of that and more. In his commentary on the Yoga Sutra, Maharshi Vyasa says, Yogena yogo jnatavya, yogo yogat pravartate, which means yoga should be known through yoga, because yoga emerges from yoga. This explains yoga as an end goal, sadhya, and also as a means to achieve that end goal, sadhana. The word yoga comes from the Sanskrit language and is derived from the root yuj, which has three conjugates. First, yujiri yoge, which means to unite. Second, yuj samadhav, which means to integrate. And third, yuj sanyame, which means to restrain. When used in the context of union, yoga is defined as the union of the individual self with the higher self. This ultimate union is defined as yoga, the end goal. This definition is used in many Indian traditional yoga texts. Maharshi Patanjali, the author of Yoga Sutras, accepts the meaning of yoga as yuja samadhav, which means to integrate. He does not subscribe to the meaning of yoga as union. This is because the Yoga Darshana of Patanjali is based on the metaphysics of Sankhya, which has two principles: Purusha, our consciousness, and Prakriti, our mind and body combined. In everyday life, our consciousness or awareness is entangled with our mind and body, and as a result is constantly fragmented. Yoga happens when this fragmented consciousness is separated from the mind and body and is fully integrated within its own true nature, Swarupa. In Sankhya, yoga means separation. Separation of the witness consciousness from all that which is being witnessed. Separation of the seer from the seen, the drashta from the drishya, because the union of these two is the cause of all suffering, and hence yoga means separation. One of the important aspects towards progress in yoga practice is that of concentration. The training of the mind to become concentrated and remain concentrated for longer and longer duration is fundamental to the practice of yoga. There are two aspects to concentration. First, the positive aspect, abhyasa, which helps us to fix our attention and focus. It includes the various practices of training the mind, such as asana, pranayama, trataka, mantra japa, etc., which you do to achieve concentration. The second is the negative aspect, vairagya, emotionally distancing ourselves from desires. This prevents the mind from being disturbed. It is not the suppressing of desires, but experiencing of a deep peace of mind such that the need for instant gratification does not overwhelm us. This self-control is automatically developed through the various practices of concentration. Eventually, you stop shortchanging your peace of mind for minor pleasures. When used in the context of self control, Yuja Sanyame, yoga is defined as restraint. Yoga was, is, and will always be more than the sum of its parts. It is the training of the mind to go beyond the mind. When one becomes aware of the infinite consciousness, then the whole life is transformed. This is the purpose of yoga in the sense of union or integration through the method of self control.